Have you ever heard the saying that a negative mindset is like a flat tire? You can't go anywhere with it? I have, and that put me on a deep train of thought, and I started applying it towards people within my circle, around me, in my place of work, just people that I even noticed maybe at the gym, or just, general passerbys. And you can almost sense who has a flat tire. And I want to make sure that I share some content with my lovely audience to be sure that you don't get a flat tire. And if you do currently have a flat tire, I'm going to show you how to repump that bitch. So in this episode, needless to say, my whole motive and my goal is to address something that I believe in the height of things, in the midst of it, meaning that when you actually have a flat tire, it's hard to, to snap into reality sometimes where, because it takes a lot of humility. It takes a lot of honesty with oneself. And when we're upset, or when we're mad, or when we're in this negative state, the absolute hardest thing to do is to snap back into reality and just see it for what it is. And so why I'm bringing this up is because I saw a post the other day. It was on Instagram, and the meme said again, a negative mindset is like a flat tire. You can't go anywhere with it. And that was pretty fucking creative. And then the profile did a caption where it was like, if this quote affected you negatively, you did that, right? Or some shit like that. It said something like, if this got to you, like you had a negative reaction, then you needed to see this. And I thought about it even further. I was like, damn, this is deep. Because again, when you think back, when you're in the negative state, shit, you might be in that negative state right now, and you hear something positive, you hear something that reinforces optimism, right? And what happens is it's kind of like that. Like, you ever been in a mood where someone around you is just in this fucking great stellar mood, like they had the bomb morning sex and shit, and you're just not on that level, so their good attitude almost bugs you. Like, you're just like, shut up, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you're not on that wavelength, and it really bothers you, right? So sometimes you might even curse that person. You might be just like, man, fuck you, or say some shit, whatever, and they had nothing to do with it. If anything, we should be happy that they're expressing their gratitude, or their goodwill and their good attitude, and that we can quickly learn something from that individual. And here's what we got to learn: is that individual has the same capabilities as you. They got the same position as you. They got, you know what I mean? They have all the opportunity and potential as you. The only difference is that they're exercising their choice to be negative or be positive. And so right now, there's some people watching this video right now that are in a negative mood. They got a flat tire. And you're probably saying in your head, man, Daniel, man, you don't understand, man. This person has this, they have that. They got a nicer tie, they got nicer clothes. They're better with the boss. Boss loves him. That's the boss's favorite. And I want you to realize that that's the fucking flat tire talking. That is the flat tire mentality, is when you justify why you're not winning. You want to know how to pump it up? This is how you pump it up. Number one is you recognize that everyone's got a fucking tire. Everyone. And that tire is constantly turning, right? This is us just moving. And everyone gets a flat. But the only one that keeps going further is the one that repairs the flat. And the thing is, though, is that there are going to be multiple times you get a flat tire. And those that continue to practice on fixing that flat and getting back on the road are those that will prevail, because after a few times, it becomes habit, and it enables you to fix your tire or fix your attitude, however you want to look at it. And it becomes almost automated. And so when you get good at it, there are going to be things in your path, on your road, that are going to put your tire at risk. And what this looks like is objections, canceled sales, missed sales tiers, changing comp plan, changing something, right? And it could be just the smallest little thing that could be ultimately a nail in the road, meaning you could pop dramatically, like boom, you know what I mean? Like, that's it, blows up on the road. Or it could be a small little puncture, right, that just gradually grows to a flat tire. So let me put that in perspective. One thing that really pops your tire, right, is something that just immediate flat. It's something that maybe starts at the very beginning of the day, and it's so dramatic, right? Like it could be something like someone cuts you off on the road, right? And that just completely, deflated your tire. But then there could be small little things like challenges, or you just kind of get a run of bad luck. Maybe you hit traffic, and then maybe your coffee was wrong, or maybe it started raining, whatever. It's just like these little things that ultimately turn that little puncture into a big flat tire. And so why I want to share this with you is because I want you to realize that we all run on tires. And this tire metaphor is really a mindset, right? Like we're all running with our own mindset. And the thing is that unless we accept and realize that we got a flat, we're not going to try to fix it. We're just going to try to continue moving. And if you've ever driven a car with a flat tire, it's there, right? Like the shit's flat. You're probably messing your car up real bad. But the thing is that when you're in the heat of it and you're in the midst of it and you got somewhere to go and you just want to get to destination B regardless of how you get there, you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to damage your frame. You're going to damage, your chassis. I'm trying to line it up to a car because the fucking quote was flat tire. Funny thing is I don't really know much about cars. Anyway, where I'm getting at is every single day we have an opportunity to ensure that we're running at the right PSI. We're running at the right pressure. And through our day, through our challenges, we're going to get shit thrown in our path. And sometimes it's just a matter of us kind of moving out the way real quick, right? So it doesn't fuck up our tire. And so these things can be events, it could be instances within your day, and it can also be people. That's right, people within your circle can act as the nail. And when they, like when they pop your balloon or they pop your tire and then there goes all your optimism, the only one who really pays the cost is yourself. Because every single day you got to get to point B. You got to get to a specific point. And with a flat tire, if you start off your day, or if you at any point you get a tire, because it just doesn't happen like, like you could get a flat tire at the beginning of the day and then, by tomorrow morning that bitch got air again. Some people, that flat tire can last for a long time. And I've seen this happen myself where people were, they went from positive to just negative. And me, like I'm all about motivation. I'm all about mindset. So I like the challenge. But even for myself, like people that know me know that I got content available to help motivate or help kind of get your mindset back. And those people, some people with a flat tire will pass up. So in other words, they'll say, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to fix this shit. I know it's fucking up my journey. I know it's really fucking up my ride, my experience, but I'm okay. I'm just gonna ride this bitch out. And they got a flat tire. And so the problem is though, it's like putting, it's like putting a rowboat versus a motorboat, right? Like you guys are still going. It's the same idea, right? You're still floating along, if you will. But that motorboat's gonna kick your ass, right? And everyone else got a motorboat. Motorboat son of a bitch. Everyone else got a motorboat except you rowing and shit. It's like, nah, man, I'll get there. I used an analogy the other day in a video, and I wanted to redo it so bad because it was a good analogy, man. I high-five myself, watching the video. And ultimately the analogy was this, is that sometimes we choose to dig by hand when there is a shovel in front of us. And what I meant by that is sometimes we choose to go the hardest route when we have the answer, the resources, the support, the help in front of us. But again, as I had mentioned at the very beginning, when you're in the heat of passion, when you're in the middle of that mindset and that state of mind, that one of the hardest things to do is to have enough humility to realize that there's something wrong and that something needs to change. Because it is human nature to not want to admit you're wrong, especially to yourself, right? But when you have enough emotional intelligence to have this self-awareness, to know how to control your emotions and control the emotions of others, then you're more in control of how that tire runs. The best part about it is when you get really good at repairing your tires from the flats that you encounter on the way, it becomes, again, like second nature, like that, like it's just, you know what I mean? Like it's easy. And this is how people at higher levels operate, you know, like owners, presidents, COOs, VPs. You have to imagine there's a lot of things coming their way. But you'll realize though is that typically those at a higher level know how to manage their emotions. And so the absolute best leaders that you need to attach to are the leaders that don't look like anything's messing with them. You know what I mean? Like you don't even realize they work. Like, damn, I know you got a big title and shit. I know you have a lot of things to do, but you don't ever look stressed. You know what I mean? Like, you don't ever have a bad day. Like, those are the motherfuckers you really need to study from afar, because they've mastered EQ and they've naturally attracted themselves to the position that gives them that ability, whether it's CEO, COO, president, whatever. You know, they're at a higher level position, that a position of authority. And I think that we can take something from their book, you know, of knowledge and adapt it into our own lives. And so if we can operate at a higher frequency where negative things don't really affect us, I think that that's a great investment to us, because if we don't let these little things affect us, then nothing should flatten our tire. And if nothing flattens our tire, then there should be no reason why we cannot continuously move forward. But again, when you're in the heat of things, it's easier to accept that you got a flat tire. It's easier to maybe want to cause attention to that flat tire. Like, oh, look at my tire. My tire's flat. You know, and for a minute, people will, you know, support will come to you and be like, oh man, it's okay, bro. Just fix the tire. Just pump it up, bro. Just be careful on the road, bro. You know, it's okay. We'll pump it up. We'll get you fixed. We'll get you back on the road. And you got the support system, right? And so they're doing every single thing that they can to patch your tire, to put air back in your tire. But if you're in the mind state where you're just like, oh, look at me, my flat tire, you know, and then people come and support you, and then you're like, oh, but what about them over there? They don't know I got a flat tire. Let me go share it with them, right? And then you got to go repeat the fucking story, how you got a flat tire. And then you start getting creative explaining how you got your flat tire. And of course, again, it's human nature not to admit that you're wrong, so you start blaming things like, oh yeah, man, this fucking road, bro, there's all kinds of shit that makes your tires flat. Yeah, man, it's this road. I know. There's other roads, there's other choices, there's other paths, there's other routes. But I really like this road, bro. And it's just fucked up, bro. There's potholes, there's nails everywhere, bro. I'm just on a fucking flat, man, this fucking path, bro. It's because of this path. And then, you know, your support roles come around you and be like, nah, man, just check out this path right here. It's easier, less stress, less potholes. Your tire's safe. You know what I mean? You're gonna be good. Go down this path, bro. But what happens is the person that you're giving that information to, the one with the flat tire, they're at a position where they're like, but wait, I kind of like the attention that I'm getting for having a flat tire. I kind of like being the center of attention for having a flat tire. People are feeling sorry for me. People are feeling like, you know what I mean? Like they're giving me attention. They're telling me all these good things. Like, you're better than that. You're the best. And maybe that's the reason why some people in that state of mind stick to having a flat tire, is because that's their window of getting people's attention. And you know, to each his own. But what I need you to do is realize that some people are just going to do what they want to do. And I don't want their flat tire to anchor you and hold you back. And so if you see someone who's got a flat tire and they're just on that negative mindset, I need you to remember that if you become too vested, they can bring you down. Because when they explain to you how their tire got flat, they're going to say things that they want you to agree with. And because we're naturally supportive, we're going to start agreeing, and then we're going to confuse it with truth. We may even think that oh shit, that happened to me too. Is my tire flat? And so it's just this big mental game. But the bottom line is that people will have flat tires. You will have flat tires. I will have flat tires. And I want you to know that them bitches can be patched up. It doesn't always have to be, oh, look at me, I got a flat tire. Because the bottom line is, you can only cry so much before the supporters, the people that come up to you and say, hey, let's fix this, let's get you back on your path, and you continue crying and you ignore that support. Those people who supported you are not going to want to support you no more, because they're smart enough to know that you're going to become their anchor, or that person with the flat tire becomes their anchor. And again, everyone is on their own journey. Everyone's on the road. Just like if you're on the freeway and you got a flat tire, you think people are pulling over? There might be, right? There might be that one person pulls over and say, hey man, you need any help? And it's up to you to accept that help and listen, right? And like, hey man, just let's fix it. And they give you some advice, right? Like, all right, just do this, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like this is how you protect your car. This is how you protect your vehicle, your tire. But keep in mind though, not everyone's gonna stop, right? Everyone's on their own journey and shit. And if you happen to be in a position where you get the support and you get that mental, that mental nudge or that boost of motivation, just remember where you got it from, because those are the people that really need to be in your corner. Those are the people that really care about you, because they're the one that fucking pulled over. However, everyone on their road and moving, we can learn something from them, right? We can learn something that the journey goes on, the journey continues. That after you fix your flat tire, you're either gonna stay on the road or you're gonna move forward, right? And continue towards your destination. And so the bottom line is you have a choice. You have a choice to patch your tire or keep moving throughout your day with a flat tire. It's gonna be hard to move with a flat tire. So make sure you don't got a flat tire mentality and stick around. Subscribe to Sales Remastered. Get some sort of motivation on your feed, whether it's from me or another person that you can relate to. You believe that, that is an energy you need within your circle. The more support you have within your circle, the better you are. But at the same time, if you have support in your circle and you're just not taking it, you're not taking the advice, you're not learning from it, you're not actually executing on it, then all you're doing is watching Netflix, bro. You're just watching another stream video. And I wanted to impact you more than that. So I invite you to like, comment, and share on this video. Let me know if this video was helpful. And mindset plays a big role in our day. And the stronger your mindset is, the stronger the chance that you'll win. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.